some back bends today, and it's going to start with some muscle activation exercises to begin with. So it will get a little bit sweaty in the warm-up stages, get all the muscles that we need to use to keep our body safe when we back bend, but then we'll start to get nice and free and get to open our body and unlock our spinal articulation, which is going to feel hopefully really amazing. Let's get started. I'm going to mute you all, but you're welcome to unmute at any time if you have questions. Come and lie down. Have a nice old lie down. Get onto the ground. Ugh, my mat's really wet from fitness class. It's really gross. We're going to start by switching on our core because we do use our abs in back bending. We need them to lengthen and lift and keep our pelvis in position, whichever position it is that we choose, and that takes strength. So starting here, shoulders down, hips heavy on the ground. I want you to lift your pelvic floor up, take a breath in, and lift your right leg as you breathe out. Pop it back down as you breathe in, switch to the left as you breathe out. Now, this seems pretty easy. I want you to imagine that your foot's stuck to the floor as you lift it on the exhale, and you're really slowly replacing it as you inhale. Foot stuck to the floor as you lift, and you should feel that your thigh is being sucked into your hip. That's why we imagine the foot is sucked to the floor. It's to get this muscle called the iliacus to switch on. So we exhale to lift, inhale to lower. The left leg is going to stay up this time. We're going to hollow the belly out, lift the right leg up as well. So as well as pelvic floor lifting, I want you to feel the belt across your hips get really tight and it moves towards the center. Feel the ribs and the hips get closer together. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, right tiptoe touches the ground. Exhale, bring it back up, breathe in. Switch to the left, breathe out. So this is a single toe tap. Good. Now we try not to drop and bounce. We want to move with control. Still imagining that your thighs are being sucked into your hips. Good. Once that left leg comes up, we're going to extend the right leg until it's fully straight. And I want you to really feel the hip pulling down as you reach through the toes. Bring it back and then switch sides. Bring it back and then switch. Inhale to bring the leg back. Exhale, feel the ribs hollow to the hips. Inhale the leg in, exhale it away. Inhale it in, exhale it away. Inhale it back. All right, pause here for me. Can we extend our legs fully without a hamstring stretch? It's okay if the answer is no. You can keep the knees soft. Just make sure you keep your bottom on the floor. Try and extend through pointy toes though, even if the knees are bent. Lift your pelvic floor, squeeze the belly, inhale. Take the right leg down without letting your hip drop out as you exhale. Bring it back as you breathe in, switch to the left as you breathe out. Up on the inhale, down on the exhale. Good. I want you to keep your hips really still. Make sure that you're not dropping the hip as you lower the leg. You want a lot of body tension, right? Really squeezing here. We only have one more. We're going to inhale that left leg up, hug the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Go for 3 circles in one direction. Go for 3 circles in the other direction. And now we'll pop our feet down on the floor a lot closer to our bottom and make sure that they're not wider than your hips. So we want to make sure the heels are just on the inside line of the hips. Turn your palms down, press the palms and the shoulders into the ground. Scoop the pelvis under and roll up into your bridge. Now this one, we're trying to keep straight from the shoulder and the hip to the knee. It's not our big back bend yet. We're warming up the muscles. Roll down through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time as we breathe in. Roll through. Peel away all the way up as we breathe out. Peel back down onto the mat as we inhale. And roll away as we exhale. Good. Come all the way back down as we breathe in. Roll. Up as we breathe out. Good. We're going to add on. Now at the top, there's this beautiful straight line. We're going to bend at the hip, take it halfway down, and then squeeze the butt, bring it up. And make sure that your knees are staying exactly the same distance apart as you do that. We're not releasing the belly. We're not dropping and arching the back. We're just gently extending through the low back, breaking at the hip, and then squeezing the bottom to lift back up. We got 2 more of these. Last one. And down. Just cross your right foot over your left knee, turn it out. Bring that in towards you and do a little rock from side to side. And we're going to do that again on the other side, switching sides. Just a really quick stretch. We haven't even done any joint mobilization yet. Now, you've got a couple of options here, guys. We're going to rock and roll, massaging the spine. No, I'm going to make your life easy. And we're going to cross the ankles and sit up. Good. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up, interlace your fingers. Exhale, take it over to one side. Try and lean back, rotate gently towards the ceiling as you breathe in. Feel the side of the waist get shorter as you breathe out. Good, all the way up to the center, inhale, over to the other side. Roll it up to the ceiling. Shrink the side of the waist. Come all the way back up. Just one exhale over to the side. Back to the center, breathe in. Other side, breathe out. Up to the ceiling, inhale. And bring your hands down. Rolling over the knees now. We're going to come onto hands and knees. I'm just going to grab my standing arm. We're going to work with our cat-cows today. So we'll be doing this for quite a while. If you're a person who finds that staying on your hands for a long time over-compresses your wrist, take your block and press your hands over the edge of the block. I'm having some trouble with my wrist at the moment, so I'll be using my block today. Rolling the shoulders back, lift the heart, breathe in. Good, and then scoop the belly in, look back through the knees, round, breathe out. Arch the back from the tail through the upper back, shoulders back, inhale. And then roll back the other way, nice and slow. Scoop and exhale. Arching and breathing in. Scooping and breathing out. Arching and breathing in. Scooping and breathing out. Now hold the exhale, really curl. Take the ribs over to the side, then down towards the ground, all the way through, up and around. Over and down. Up and around. Over and down. And when you get back into the top of the curl, we're going to take it the other way. Make sure you're finding every part of the circle. You're moving slow enough that you can be aware of touching all the edges and not skipping any bits. All right, finding the middle. We're going to take the right leg back long and straight. Keep the hips square now. So tap the toe. Lift. Keep the ribs lifting into the back body. Inhale the knee towards your right elbow and exhale the leg back long and straight. Now we want to try and keep a straight back and a steady pelvis here. Good. Tap the elbow and extend. Tap the elbow and extend. Now we're going to switch the breathing. We're going to take a breath in here. Now as we exhale, bring the knee to the elbow, curl the spine. And as we inhale, extend the leg back. Look up, roll the shoulders back. Good. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, open up. Give me one more. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale. Good. And just take a seat on your knees, on your feet, sorry. Roll the wrists in one direction. Roll the wrists in the other direction. And we reset. To do that again on the other side. So we're going to extend the left leg back, tap the toe on the floor, make sure the hips are level as we squeeze the bottom to lift the leg up. So we're not lifting the hip. Bring the knee towards the elbow. Sorry, inhale here, exhale back. Lifting the belly as we exhale. Inhale, lift the belly into the back as you extend. Good, we got two more with this breath. Really feel that underbum squeeze. All right, take a breath in. Now exhale, curl. Inhale, arch open. Exhale, curl round. Inhale, arch open. Exhale, curl around. Make it bigger. Give me 2 more. And last one. And take it down. Roll the wrists. Okay, so we're going to come into our downward dog for a little bit of a warm-up session. I'm going to move my props out of the way. Just hands underneath the shoulders, really claw with the fingertips. We need to balance the index knuckle with the little finger side of the hand. Wrap the arms, tuck the toes, and the hips push up as we look back between the big toes. Now, you really push through those arms, get the tailbone to the ceiling, lift onto the tiptoes, big breath in, and take a walk. Exhale, one heel down and switch. And if you want to have chewing gum hips, have a little wiggle, have a boogie, have a dance, you can. Just make sure that the neck is long and the head is heavy. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now you can step your big toes together at the back of your mat. That's not helpful to me, but it will be helpful to you. We're going to kick the right leg up, keeping the hips square 4 times. So keep your hips square. 2, don't let it open. 3, 4. Now for the next 4, we're going to look up as we kick up and let the hips open. So kick 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Switching sides. So get those toes touching at the back of the mat. Keep the hips square. We keep them square as we lift the left leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and arch the back as you kick up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the toes down. Come back onto the knees. This is the bit that no one likes. It's push-up time. Cool. Scorpion push-ups. So, I know your leg won't go very high so far. We haven't really warmed that up heaps, but it'll go up a bit. These are like tricep push-ups. So you want to imagine the arms squeezing into the sides of the ribs, but the shoulders have to squeeze back. It's really important that you don't allow your shoulders to round forward here. It's not what we're trying to train. There is a point when we will do that, but what we're training now is the skill of keeping the shoulders back as we lower in and squeeze our shoulder blades together. So we're going to take the right leg up as high as it will go, arch your back, wrap the shoulders back. We're going to lower down into our push-up, keeping those shoulders squeezing back, and then come all the way back up. Nice. Give me 4 like that. Shoulders back, chest open, look forward. Really squeeze. 3. And this is my last one. You might have 1 more. Good. Then bring the right knee down. Take the left leg up into the air. My contortion coach makes me do 8 of these on each side. Be very thankful I'm being kind to you. Bend your elbows. Roll the shoulders back. 1. Squeeze your butt. Don't let that leg drop. 2. 2 more. Keep that leg as high as you can. 3. And 1 more time. 4. Good. Bring the knee down. Roll the shoulders. Amazing. Great. So we're going to start to get this even warmer now. It's going to get a little bit dynamic. We're going to pull the knee to the nose and kick ourselves in the head. You won't get there, don't worry, we're not warm enough for that. But what we're really wanting to try to work on is wrapping the shoulders back and opening the chest at the same time as squeezing our bottom. So we don't want to just release the belly, we want to use the muscles on our back and use the muscles in our arms to get this working. We'll do 8 on the right, and we're going to hold at the top on number 8. You ready, team? Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, bring it in, up, 2, squeeze, 4, look down, up, 6, 7, hold at the top, good. Now I want you to extend the leg and your thigh is not allowed to move, bend, 2, keep that arch, shoulders back, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, hold that leg or rest on your heels. It's okay to have a wiggle here. Notice the spaces in the backs of the shoulders, lengthen them. Breathe into the spaces in the backs of your ribs. All right, rolling up through the spine, nice and slow. At the top, 3 rolls back of the shoulders. Let's do it again. We all got 2 legs, huh? Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to start with the left knee coming into the nose. And up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. Now I want you to squeeze that leg straight. Lift it as high as you can. Straight leg. And then we bend. 1, 2. Don't let that thigh drop. Keep it high. 4, 5, 6, 7. And keep it straight. Pulse for 8. 8, 7, 6. Higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Child's pose. Excellent. Rolling up through the spine. All right, this one's kind of fun. We get to open into a cobra and come back into our child's pose. So what happens is we're in child's pose. Your hands are forward, you're clawing with the fingertips. You roll through your spine in a curl. Your hips come forward, you zip the pubic bone up as the shoulders roll back. Keep your neck long, and then we take the tailbone back all the way into our child's pose. And we're going to do that 4 times. Cool? So the arms start forward, the forehead on the ground. Take a breath in, roll up. As you breathe out, the hips come forward. As we inhale, the shoulders roll back, the chest lengthens up, and exhale back into your down dog. Stay here for a breath in. Stay for the breath out. From the tail, roll through as you inhale. Hips come forward as we exhale. Shoulders roll back, breathe in. And back into your child's pose. Breathe out. Try and lead with the pelvis. Take a breath in. And out. Ripple through. Inhale. Hips drive forward. Exhale. Shoulders roll back. Breathe in. Child's pose. Lead with the hips. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale here. Let it go. Roll through. Bring it down. Shoulders back. Head back. And all the way back to your child's pose. Rolling up through the spine. Okay. Stepping your right foot forward into our lunge. A nice low lunge. Make sure the heel's in front of the ankle. Sorry, the heel's in front of the kneecap. Good. We're going to keep the tailbone scooping under, the pubic bone lifting up. Arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Circle them back as you breathe out. Up on the inhale. Back on the exhale. Now add some movement. Roll forward as you breathe in. Open and arch back as you breathe out. Keeping the belly strong. One more. Get really tall on the breath in. Tuck the toes on the breath out. Lift the knee as you inhale. Squeeze that leg straight. Come on, you got to push forward. Keep the hip towards the floor. Pulse for 10, 9. If you need to put your hands on your knee, that's fine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, don't move. Bring your hands down onto the ground next to your feet. Really slow. Now we've got to keep the foot where it is. Just slowly bring the knee to the back of the mat. Great. Tuck the toes, press the top of the ankle through the floor, lift your chest, breathe in. Push down through the foot, breathe out. Lift the back knee, pushing through the top of the foot, not through the toe. That leg has to get fully straight with the hip square. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Bring the hands onto the knee. We're doing it again. Roll the shoulders back. Really pull the pubic bone up into the ribs. So pelvic floor is lifting and the tailbone is dropping down in order to keep the hips really level. If you want to put your hands on your hips, you can, but you'll get more out of this if you can push through the knee in the way that I'm demonstrating here. We need to push the top of the ankle through the floor to get that knee straight. Go for it. Come on, we're here for 10 seconds. Push through the top of the ankle. Get that leg off the ground. Get that knee straight. 5, 4, 3. Yes, Brooke. 2, 1. Come on down. Draw the toes to your nose. The reward here, team, is we get to have a wiggle. So as the toe turns in, the hip turns out, and we take it the other way. In and out. Feel all those creepy little nerve messages that you're getting sent as you do the in and out dance. Fabulous. All right, we're lunging again. Sorry. This time your hand comes to the inside of your foot and you're going to squeeze the shoulder, the knee into your shoulder. We get to tuck those back toes under. Now, if your knee is uncomfortable and you want to pop a cushion under it, be my guest. You can go grab one. As long as you come back, keep squeezing the knee into the shoulder. We've got 5 kicks to the bum. Don't get any taller. 4, 3. On 1, you're going to stay there. And we're going to pulse it. Really flex that foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe. Bring it down. Bring the arms up. Now we're going to rotate to the side. So you're going to rotate right. So inhale, lift the ribs up out of the hips. You're going to squeeze your back butt cheek a little. And then exhale, turn to the right. Get a little taller. Exhale, twist to the right. Get a little taller. And then you're going to exhale your left hand down onto your right knee. So left hand to right knee. I know it's like Twister. Stretching with me, isn't it? Open the chest, lean your right shoulder back, breathe in, and that little pinky finger circle back towards the left leg as you breathe out. Now maybe you can catch the outside of the left thigh, maybe you can't. Don't worry about it. As long as you twist it and you're open and that right hand is reaching towards the left foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've done exactly what you need to do. Bring the arms up, bring them down to the inside of the foot. Now we're going to turn that knee out 45 degrees, tuck the back toes under, shifting forward and back. All right, on a back stretch, so not a forward stretch, push back. You're going to bring the right elbow onto the right knee and go, oh, just open up, buddy. Open up for me. Keep your big toe grounded though. Great. If we lift our big toe, we generally put torsion through the pelvis and we want to keep our pelvis nice and strong. Great. Test something for me, please, my loves. Can you come down bring your right hand onto the floor? Can you come down onto your left elbow? What if you move that left leg back a little further? Can you come down onto the left elbow then? If the answer is no, don't worry. Stay where you are, it's perfect. If the answer is yes, you can probably come down onto the right elbow too. Good. And then we're going to just rock forward and back here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bring that left knee down. If you're happy on your left elbow, amazing, stay there. We're going to prop up onto the right fingers, look to the right. Keep pushing down through the toes. Bring that right arm up to the ceiling. It's a beautiful twist. Keep rolling that right shoulder back. Keep the chest open, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. And while that leg is where it is, we're just going to push the hips back and forward, back and forward. 3, 2, 1. All right, right foot is done. Sweep it back out of the way. I don't need you, left arm. Okay, left foot, long lunge. Oh, right hip says, why? Why me? All right, so squeeze your butt, keep the belly lifting, bring the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And it started with circles. Now we're going to make movement, so forward and up, back and down. Forward and up, back and down. 2 more. Bring your hands down onto the ground. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the right knee, push that right heel back. Good. I'm going to take a little rock here, forward and back. 3, 2, 1. Now on a back rock, bring that knee down. Untuck the toes. Push the top of the ankle into the ground. All right, now you're going to really feel your back, hip, butt cheek squeezing and your pubic bone lifting. And that's how we get that knee to lift and your leg to straighten. Round 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hands on the knee. We got this, guys. This is the last one we got to do. Take a big breath in. Push down as you breathe out. Rise. Keep breathing. Try and drop your shoulders down as you squeeze that back leg straight for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it low. Toes to nose. In and out. All right, lunging back in. You might feel that this back hip is able to drop closer to the floor now. We're going to lengthen the arms all the way up. Really zip up with the belly. And then twist to the left. Zip up, get tall. And twist to the left. Zip up, get tall. And bring the right hand down onto the left knee. Push back. And then bring the left hand down towards the right leg. As long as that left shoulder is nice and open and spiraling back. That's all we care about. Exhale fully, bring both arms up and place them down on the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes under. You ready to kick your own butt? I bet you are. Keeping that knee on the floor, kicking for 5, 4, don't let anything else move. 3, keep your head up. 2, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great work. Lift the knee, turn this toe out. You're going to keep the big toe on the ground, but the knee's going to come to the side. So you can push open with the left arm here. Good. Great. And now that we've done that, you can bring your left hand back down. If we push back a little further, can the right hand elbow come to the ground? If the answer is no, just chill where you are. You can do a little bit of rocking. If the answer is yes, bring the left arm down as well. Back and forth. Bring that right knee down, Untuck the toes, push the top of the foot through the floor. Left arm's gonna come up to the ceiling. And enjoy this twist. Make sure that your right ear and your right shoulder haven't become friends. They are separate. And once that hand comes down, we're just going to rock back and forward. And forget about all those hip stretches we just did. Scoop it back. Okay, so sitting on your feet. We're going to roll the shoulders back and lean back. So we're going to roll back, lean back, scoop forward. And as I go again, as I go to start that roll, my ribs curl in and I lean forward and then lean back. My ribs curl in. Oh yeah, it's a body roll. It's a body roll while we're sitting. We're going to take it up now. We're going to take it up off the heels. And down. Up off the heels. Oh yeah, your quads are going to work for this one, ladies. 2 more. Last one. Now, you're going to take your hands to the ground, tuck the toes, come back into your downward dog. Actually, you might want to watch this one, guys. So we're going to keep this a really short downward dog. You don't want to be in a long downward dog when you come into dolphin. To come into dolphin, you're going to need to take your elbows to the floor, your head head's not allowed to come to the floor. Cool, so once your elbows come down, you can let your thumbs touch, that's totally fine, but you want to get your ears and push them back to the other sides of your arms. Yeah, and try not to let your elbows flare out to the side. Try and keep them in nice and close to your ears. Your turn, dolphin. Looking good, Ree. Try and push your chest towards your thighs. Bring your feet a little further apart. Yeah, that's great. Keep them parallel and keep pushing through your hands so your chest reaches for your thighs. Perfect, Sally. Really good. That looks fantastic, Brooke. Amazing. Looking good, Ebs. Looking good, Mags. You're there for... Yes, Anita. 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your knees. Great. Cool. Good stuff, guys. You've done really, really well with this today. I'm not going to make you do any Superman drills today. We've worked really hard for the first 35 minutes. I'm going to ask if you have a, that's a lie, I'm going to make you do some actually, but first we're going to do some stretching with a wall or a pole. So I need you to go to where you have a wall or a pole if you are not there currently. I'm lucky, I am where I have a wall and a pole. First stretch is for your chest. We want that chest to expand. So what we're going to do is facing the wall, make sure your right elbow is higher than just higher than your shoulder, and that the hand is in line with the elbow. Then we're then going to look to our left, step slightly back on our left foot and forward on the right foot. And when we step forward on the right foot, we want the bottom to travel forward as well. And your left hand can come onto your left hip now. You can place your hand on your hip, really rolling that left shoulder back. Good. Back it off by stepping the right foot back. Turn in to face the wall. We're going to bring the left elbow up onto the wall. Good. Step forward on the left foot. Make sure the bottom follows that movement through. Hand on the right hip, spiraling to our right. Nice. Now we're going to turn back towards the wall. So the left foot will step back as we turn towards the wall. The right hand is going to come up higher than the shoulder height. Your left hand is going to come onto your hip again. We step back on the left foot, forward on the right foot, and we look to the left. Then we start to feel all sorts of wonderful nerve things that I love a lot. This is my favorite. And then we back it off. We bend the elbow and step back on the right foot. Transfer the weight. The left arm is coming up onto the floor. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps forward. And we spiral. Make sure the pelvis is tucking under as we spiral to the right. And back it off. Okie doke. This one's the fun one. And I think I need to put you in a bit of a different position. So we're going to stand when your hand is at shoulder height. That is how far you need to be from the wall. Cool. Then we're going to take the hands up. It doesn't matter how far, about 45 degrees. Good, and you've got your feet a hip's distance apart. You can bend your knees for this one. Try and keep your neck long and try and keep pressing through your whole hand as you push your chest towards the wall. You want to feel this all, like the muscles between the backs of your ribs should cramp a little bit. Make sure your hips aren't forward. We want to keep the hips right on top of the heels. So the knees can be bent, but your bottom can't be forward of your ankles. So make sure your bum is back on top of the ankles. You're pushing down equally through both sides of the shoulders. If you can look up, amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look down, tuck the tailbone under and slowly curl back out of that one. Good. So stand up a little bit. I want you to maybe take your feet a little closer to the wall for this next one because I want you to definitely have your bottom further back than your feet. And we're going to take the feet a bit wider as well. So we're about, about this. Warm up width. So we're going to just take right arm onto the wall this time and left arm is going to hold onto the side of your thigh. Find the nice handle. We've all got a handle somewhere, I'm sure. Mine is exactly at hand height. So that hand is on the wall. We're going to stick the bottom out. So the bottom is out and it's in line with the ankles. If it's not in line with your ankles, step your feet gently in. And I want you to look up and try and press your chest to the wall.
And once your chin is on the wall, try and push your chest to the wall. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back through the arm. Look down at the ground. Tuck the tailbone under. Roll up through the spine. Did we all get crampy in the backs of the ribs, in the upper back there? Little bit. That's what we're looking for. All right, left side. Left arm up on the wall. I got to come in real close. Obviously, my lever's not very long. Right hand on the thigh. Looking up, dropping that right shoulder down as we're pushing the chest to the wall, sticking the tailbone out, arching as much as we can, really pressing the armpit towards the wall for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing back, drawing the ribs in and slowly looking forward. Just let your neck loosen up for a sec, because I know that that's a lot. Just let your head roll forward. Yeah. Move it around gently. So we're going to do both arms again, but we're going to do it a little bit closer to the wall. I think you don't need to see so much of my hips, and you probably need to see some more of my face. Okay. So we're going to come in a bit closer to the wall now. Stick our bottom out, bring our chest onto the wall and look up. And what you can do is just gradually walk back as your bottom comes out. And I want you to find where your hips are still on top of your heels, with possibly, if preferable, chest on the wall looking up. Cool, and hold it. Yes, keep sticking that tailbone back, really long through the arms, open through the chest. Both arms, Sally, if you can. It's both arms this time. Yep, we're here for, come on, Ree, you can come in deeper than that. 10, 9, 8, looking good. Stick that bum out a bit more, Brooke. 5, yes, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back. Yeah, pull the ribs in and slowly roll up. Good work, guys. How great are walls for stretching things? All right, it's time to build our mountain. Whoop woo! This is the fun part of class. So you're going to try and build a little thing to lie on, because back bends when you have something under your chest get next level awesome. I'm going to move this over here. Yeah, that's perfect. I have a Dharma yoga wheel, and I know that Maggie has a yoga wheel, and I think that Ree might also have a yoga wheel. And we're going to use our yoga wheels, but if you don't have a yoga wheel, it doesn't matter. Here's what you're going to do. Either you have blocks or books or a lunchbox, and you're going to get those things, and the cushion, the pillow off your bed is going to go over the top of your hard items. So I'm going to make the hard items so you can see what I'm talking about. Just walk out into the house and Tom's eating cookies. Sure. All right, so if you're making a stuffed mountain as opposed to having a yoga wheel, you would make it, if you had 2 blocks, I would try and make it 3 blocks high, because once the pillow's over the top, that's going to be the same height. That would, or 2 books, whatever you've got is great, honestly. It doesn't really matter. And then instead of putting this, I would put this all long ways. Cool, I want it all long ways. And then you're going to come over it. And you're going to see how far you have to go until your elbows can be and your chest can be on the floor. So for me, it's pretty much around my pubic area. So reset your pillows. I would come up and even straddle your pillow if you're using that. Put your hips over it. And you want to be in this push-up position, yeah? So that you're not too much through your throat. And if that's not comfortable for you, you can again get another pillow to put under your chin. If you want to be in this position, that's okay. But we want nice long necks. So I'm just showing you it's going to work even if you're on pillows and blocks. But because I have a yoga wheel, it's rude not to, right? I'm gonna use it. Everyone's humping a pillow in class, publicly. Jokes and lols. Okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna come onto my chest. My hands are in push-up position. Can you still see me? Yes, you can. We're gonna squeeze, we're gonna push the left toes down through the ground and squeeze the right toe up towards the ceiling. We're just gonna kick ourselves in the head. Make sure your shoulders squeeze back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We're gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna roll back a little bit to make it harder. Left leg up in the air, kicking for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's a lot of time in that position, so come back and roll up. Did we all feel how much higher we could get our legs when there's something underneath our pelvis? More squeezy the butt, more lifty the leg, more kick to the head. So we're going to do that again, but we're not going to do the kicks to the head. We're going to find one leg up and see if maybe the other leg can come up as well. The answer might be yes, the answer might be no. That's fine. You don't know unless you try. Cool? So for me, push up position, chest towards the floor, right leg comes up, left leg comes up. It happens. It's not beautiful, it's not bendy, we're working on strength, yeah? So just try and get it far back onto it's right above the pubic bone on the low belly. You're gonna really squeeze your butt. Yes, Maggie! Woo! Yes, Sally! Amazing, squeeze your butt, get those. Yes, Brooke, so good! You guys are amazing. So good, guys. Just hold it for 5 seconds. Make sure you hug your elbows in towards your ribs and then slowly come down and come out. Hold it for 5, 4, yes, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come down. How cool is that? Who's not ever done that before? Yay! That's awesome. That's really cool. All right. So we're going to try a slightly different arm position. It's like when you learn to swim and you know doggy paddle's fine and then someone's like butterfly. That's kind of the level of adjustment I'm about to ask you for. It's like dog paddle versus butterfly, but it's fine. We'll be fine. I need some support under my shoulder for this one. So instead of having your arms in a push-up position, we're going to take our arms down on the floor beside us. And this is where I said your shoulders will roll in. So we won't hold it. We will only do it once, so we won't hold it for long. You'll take one leg up. You've got to really push down through your shoulders and your arms to get the other leg up as well. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees down. Get the hell out of there. Here we go. So the arms are by the sides. If you feel like that's too much, go back to the one you've just done for the first time. Because it's dog paddle v butterfly. Yes, Sally. So good. Get those legs straight. Point your toes. Nice. Yes, Brooke. So good. Yes, Ree. That looks amazing. Yes. We're all killing it today. I can't see Ebony. She's backbending in the dark. So good, guys. That's awesome. You've all done intro to chest stand. How cool is that? All right, let's do something a little bit more gentle. Oh dear. If you've got your yoga wheel, you can use this for this next part. And just place it in the small of your back. Keep your bottom on the floor and allow your body to drape back over it. If you're not using a yoga wheel, don't panic. You're gonna get 2 blocks or your block and pillow contraption, but don't put them lengthways. Put them horizontally, so they're across the width of your back at the base of the ribs, and then let your whole body open up backwards over it. And if that's not enough and you want it higher, then add the pillow on top. And make sure your arms are back and they're completely relaxed. Don't do what I just did, which is let my chin poke out. We want the back of the neck to lengthen here. Try and draw your chin in. And then if you can, bring your hands down by your sides, about 50 centimeters away from your hips, so fairly wide. Push down through the fingertips and then use that to come up. So really wide open chest leading to sit back up again. And we'll just cross the legs over and gently roll the head in one direction. Focus on the forward here. And gently focus on the other direction. So if I told you at the start of class we were working on intro to chest stands, you would have all been terrified and thought, what the hell am I doing here? So that's why it's better sometimes just to do it. Just to bloody do it. All right, let's get into our pelvic curl series and make it all wavy and gooey and body rolly and yummy. So we're going full circle, back to where we started at the start of class, with our feet fairly close to our hands. Shoulders roll down into the mat. Now this time, instead of thinking of peeling one vertebrae away at a time, we're going to start actually with a little float of the ribs. So we're going to feel the ribs open and the pelvic floor lift. And the hips will come up last as the ribs suck in. And then we roll down. And the tailbone needs to pull back as the ribs rise. And you can do a pointed toe on the way down if you want. I like to lift my heels at the top. Whatever feels good. Just rolling it. Pushing down through the shoulders. 2. Now at the top, we're going to spin the left arm down under you, so all the weight's on your left shoulder. You have to keep your right hand in contact with the floor. It comes up by the ear, and then you turn it over onto the palm of the hand as you roll to your left shoulder and keep pushing through your hips. Then we circle that right arm all the way around until it's on the ground, palm face down. Left arm comes all the way over, comes onto the palm as we roll onto the right shoulder. Slowly circle it back, the weight comes back onto both shoulders, and then the left arm comes down by the side. Right arm comes up by the ear, we roll to the left, we come back to the center, right arm by the ear, and come down to the side. Do 2 more rounds for me. So rolling from one shoulder to the other with the other hand circling through. Keep pushing your hips up to the ceiling as much as you can. And for this one, please push down through your heels. Nice, I want your underbutt muscles to work, not just your calves. Try and keep your hand on the floor. I know there's a rule in the way for Maggie, that's right. Last one. Excellent. All right, it's bridge time. So I really love working bridges against the wall. It gives your wrist so much support. It gives you something to push towards. It gives you a lot of stability. So I'm going to continue with that today. If you try it on and decide that that isn't helpful for you, you're welcome to go back to whichever way you really most enjoy doing the bridge. But this is 110% my fave. All right, so for this one, I'm going to set up with my hands. I'm just going to get rid of the mat altogether. Feet are wider than the hips now, because that's going to, the wider your surface area is, you don't want it to be over wide. You don't want to feel like you're in a straddle. But if your feet are heaps narrow, you don't get as much push and you don't get a stable support base. So you want to think about just the outsides of your hips so that the stability is there for your pelvis as you push the earth away. Then we want the wrists against the wall super close to the head. So I'm going to push through the pelvis and then push into the wall. And once I get here, I'm going to try and walk my feet in. I'm going to try and get my chest onto the wall by pushing through my toes. Maybe I need to walk a bit more. And we're going to hold that for 5 seconds minimum, slow count of 5. And when you come down, you walk away, look up, bend the elbows and control to the ground. And then you can circle your wrists and windshield wipe your knees. Over to you guys. Show me your wall thingies. What are they called? Wheels. Wall wheels. Beautiful. Try and bring your feet parallel now, Sally. Try not to turn out. Good. Come on, come on, come on. Bum up first, Brooke. Yes, push into those arms. Good. Try not to let your elbows flare to the side. Really nice. Elbows hug in, really push through your butt. Go, 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 go! Brooke, I was watching a thing on Instagram that I'm going to send you today about the conditioning drills for how to get your head off the floor. You're getting your bum up and everything's fine. There's some strengthening exercises that will get your shoulders strong enough to lift you up. I'll send them to you today. They were really good. Obviously, I watch them to vet them for whether or not they're effective or if they're shit. All right, so round two. Round two, for those of you who nailed that one, I will give a harder option today, which is going to be straight legs and narrow. So we're going to try and make it more challenging by decreasing that wide stability from when we come up. But you'll need to do that and really feel into both the ball of the foot and the heel to try and get those legs to extend. And you'll also feel that you don't need to walk them in. You don't want to walk your legs in so much to get your legs to straighten. So you do want to try and get your chest to the wall, but then your feet, when you bring them close, you actually have to work them away a little bit to get the legs fully extended. All right, so we're going to try and get those legs to straighten. And then if you're still working to get up, keep working to get up. Actually, Brooke, can I get you to do 3 sets of walk downs from standing? So you walk your hands down the wall. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's where, whoop, oh, hang on. Try and get your feet parallel. So once your chest is on, you got to walk your feet away again, guys. All right, so Anita, you might want to do walk downs as well. You're going to look back, try and slide your arms out really wide as you look towards the ground. So rather than thinking about bent elbows, try and press your arms out wide and take up space. Good. Nice. Yeah, just think really wide. I know our backs are dying now. That's it, guys. It's the last backbender today. So for Anita and Brooke, just go down one more time. Everyone else, you are done. We're going to lie on our back. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to come into a glute stretch because today was extra butt intensive. Oh, right foot forward, left foot back. You want to feel both sides of the hips moving down towards the ground. Bring your hands out wide to the side. And slowly come down. And just rest there, relax the top of the foot into the floor. If you want to roll your hips forward and then back, so to the left and then back to the right, you can. It will make your hips release a little better. I know that was pretty intense, guys, but for those of you who've been showing up week on week, I've been watching you and your progress is just skyrocketing. Like Sally, Ebony, you are just like, and Anita as well, like you're killing it. Your back bends are getting so strong. So I've got to just up the game a little bit every now and then. Keep building on that strength. So I know it was intense for some of you and I do apologize, but trust me, it works. It's worth it. Bringing their hands out, slowly rolling up. I'm going to take a twist so the back leg will come forward. Make sure both butt cheeks are on the floor as you twist away. And then bring that left leg forward and take the right leg back. We're trying to get 90 degrees, the back of the knee. Haven't found it yet. Bring the arms out to the side, fold in. Good, and you can come down. And then rocking it forward to the right and backwards to the left. And then finding the sweet spot, staying there. And bringing Bring the hands out wide to the side, keeping lots of space across the collarbones, slowly rising. Sitting on the left hip, sweep that the right foot around and twist to the right. Now the last thing I want to do today is to put our spine back in position. We're going to try a shoulder stand. If you don't regularly shoulder stand, grab your blocks or your props to pop under your low back, and that will give you the same benefit. As long as we can elevate your hips, it'll be fine. So just unravel. We're going to drop back and lift the butt, supporting with the hands. Make sure you walk your shoulders together and share the load equally between the skull, the shoulders, and the elbows. If you want to pop your blocks under your hips here, totally okay. And if you've ever taken your feet over your head before, go ahead and do that now. Keep pressing through the low back. Make sure that your ears and your shoulders are not moving towards each other. And you can bend your knees a bit here if it feels good. And then taking the hands to the ground, we're going to slowly roll down. Don't put the feet on the floor, just put the hips on the floor. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, extend the left leg away, and roll it to the left. Your left hand can put weight on your right knee, it'll help, and roll your head to the right. Come back to the center, bring the left leg up, grab a hold, take the right leg out, and then twist to the right. Coming back to the middle, bringing the right leg up as well. Go for 3 circles in one direction, 3 circles in the other direction. Split the knees apart, flex your feet, kick the heels up towards the ceiling. The elbows come to the insides of the knees, the hands come around the little toe sides of the feet. Spread the legs a little wider as you drive the bus. You know, the buses with that amazing huge steering wheel. That's what we're doing, driving a bus. And then take the arms and the legs out long and straight. Have a big stretch and yawn. And feel really proud of yourselves for doing such amazing work in your back bends class tonight.